Welcome everyone to Geekalypse Now. I am your host, Caretaker.
I'm Burly Badger.
I'm Scorps.
Alright, so I was able to scout around for a bit for some news this past Sunday. So let's go ahead and start off with a little bit of video game and comic news. No Man's Sky is being investigated over misleading advertising claims.
Yep. Apparently, whenever you say you're going to have a bunch of features in a game and then you don't have them, people get pissed and then you get hit with a class action lawsuit. Who'd have known?
Yeah, it kind of makes sense to me.
Yep.
So, I mean, it wasn't available at release. I mean, if only we could do that to EA. Yeah. Scorps, your thoughts?
I have no thoughts on No Man's Sky. I don't really know much about it.
All right. No man's thoughts.
Alright, I mean, it looked like it would have been fun, but just, they need to add more content to it from what I heard. So, I didn't get a chance to play it, so.
Well, they said it was going to have multiplayer and then it didn't.
Yeah. So.
And that was like the main drag of it. Plus, once you got into the game, all it was is resource gathering, and that's basically all there was to do in it. I mean, you could upgrade your ship, your suit, and your multi-tool, and then, like, once you got things upgraded, it's like, okay, now I'm just flying around in space looking for the center of the universe.
Space Minecraft.
Yeah, it was space Minecraft with an objective
I
where...
feel like we covered most of this in our last podcast.
I don't know if it was our last podcast, but definitely in a previous one.
Yeah, we did talk a little bit about No Man's Sky, so, I mean, I don't think this came up until, like, the night after we released the last episode.
You might be right. I don't remember if we talked about them getting investigated for false advertising or not. I think I remember talking about it, but I don't think it was on our actual list. Maybe that's what it was.
I think you told me about whenever we were heading over to your place the night after it recorded.
I can't remember.
Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit more.
Yes, Battlefield.
Yeah, you go for it.
DICE was talking about how you're going to be playing as 5 different characters across the campaign mode for Battlefield 1. And they're going to be from different factions, not all of them, because I don't think there's going to be 5 playable factions in the game. I'm not entirely sure about that. But you'll play as 5 different characters, one of which is a female character in the war. And everything I've seen for the story and just general gameplay for Battlefield 1 looks incredible. I hope the next Star Wars Battlefront looks half as good, and plays half as good even as this one looks.
Yeah. I actually went back to playing a little bit of Battlefront recently after I got my external hard drive hooked up to my Xbox. And yeah, it's still disappointing. Even though there is some free content you can play. So, I'm looking forward to playing Battlefield 1.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so I guess I can take this next article unless Scorps wants to do it. Okay. Alright then. So, Paladins Champions of the Realm is coming to PS4. Do you know anything about this, Burley?
I don't know a lot about it. I have a PlayStation 4, but I have not downloaded that demo. I'll probably check it out. It's cool that they're going to be releasing Outlast for PlayStation, though.
Yeah. I haven't played anything of it myself, though. I mean, I'm trying to think if I actually watched anybody play it on Twitch. I may have, like, glimpsed it here and there. That's about it. Like, what's the game like?
I believe it's a horror game. I know for a fact it's a horror game, but I don't know.
Paladins?
Oh, I was looking at.
The next article.
I was looking at the next article and my mind went blank. Jeez. Paladins is a. I think it's a MOBA. I don't know a whole lot about the game. I've watched gameplay of it. It looks like they took a lot of inspiration from a lot of their characters from Overwatch, but then again, Overwatch has taken inspiration for all of their characters from different things too. Basically, everything's already been done, but there's some strong similarities in some of their characters. But they do have some really interesting looking characters, and Paladins is going to be a free to play game with, I believe, some like stuff that you can pay for in there.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily make the game better.
A lot of MOBAs have like microtransactions you can do.
Yeah, I think it's just like a microtransaction thing.
Yeah, like every MOBA does.
Yeah, like every MOBA.
I mean, it seems like Xbox One hasn't gotten very much in terms of MOBA. They've only got like Smite.
You got Smite. Everybody, for the most part, got that Lord of the Rings one. I don't remember what it was called though.
Oh God, what was it? It was. I remember. I think we played
a decently fun game.
Yeah, I just don't remember what the name of it was. I think it came out for 360 instead of Xbox One.
Yeah, it was 360, but it was fun, if I remember correctly.
All right. So on to the news we almost jumped to for a second there.
Yeah, that I spaced out. Was talking about how Paladins is a horror movie.
All right, Scorps, you got this one, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Outlast 2's demo is available on PSN.
I'm excited. I actually saw. I think both Scorps and I watched the Outlast series that Krillin plays from TFS. That was
TFS
pretty fun.
Gaming on YouTube.
Yeah. Krillin likes
I love plays.
Yeah.
And the Outlast was some of the best.
Yeah, it's very similar style of gameplay as Slender: The Arrival, which I almost bought recently. Yeah, so I mean, the look of the game is really cool looking. I like the look of these games, like the setting and the overall atmosphere of it.
You should play more horror games then, because they all have, a pretty fucking similar tone as far as first-person ones go. That is.
Yeah. Isn't the new Resident Evil supposed to be all first person as well?
I believe it's gonna be first person. I know nothing that you saw in the demo for Resident Evil is gonna be stuff that's actually happening in the game. I don't know why they went with that direction. That's weird. It's like, alright, let's create a whole nother small game to release before we release the game. I don't understand it personally, but I mean it kind of worked for Metal Gear Solid with or Metal Gear Solid 5 with Ground Zeroes. They made a little bit of money off of that because they released it. I believe one of the Dead Risings did that as well. I don't remember what those were called, but Dead Rising did a small mini game thing that you could play before 2 came out, and they might have done another one before 3. Maybe it's just a thing that Capcom's into, because Capcom made Dead Rising as well, and now since they make Resident Evil, they're just like, hey, let's do that one thing we did. They don't make Metal Gear Solid though.
No,
it's Konami.
As long as it's good, it's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as everything is good, because if they make a demo that's really good and then you get a shit game that's like a kick in the mouth.
All right. So continuing on, Digital Homicide withdraws its lawsuit and is now bankrupt.
Yep.
The lawsuit entails them suing a bunch of commenters, I guess, or
Yeah, a
reviewers.
bunch of people leaving negative comments on Steam for their games because apparently a lot of their games were basically reskinned copies of previous games that they had released, and they were just trying to make a quick buck or something, or they were trying to, or they say that they were doing that to keep the cost of their games really low, so they could just like poop out games nonstop and just have a bunch of cheap games that people could play and then be done with, as opposed to going for anything, I don't know, nice. But they had been slowly going out of business for a while, and then they got really mad when people were leaving all the negative comments, tried to sue them.
Failed miserably.
Failed miserably. They tried to rope Valve into the lawsuit, and they're like, nope, we're taking off Steam. And then they're like, well, we can't afford to keep going then. We're bankrupt.
Gone and will not be missed.
Yeah, well, they've left and came back with another name before, so they might just do that again. Who knows?
All right then. So I want to take this next one because this next one's kind of a little bit of a cheese fest in my opinion. Scorps, you want to get this next one? You go for it.
Boom and DC announced Planet of the Apes and Green Lantern crossover.
Just let that title sink in.
Is this a
folks.
comic?
Yes.
Okay.
Not a series or a movie. God, dude, if it was.
It's not too ridiculous then, I suppose.
No, we've gotten crazy concept for comic books already, so.
Do we know which Green Lantern they're using?
I do not. More than like, I'm picturing in my mind John Stewart, but that's the first Green Lantern I was introduced to.
First one I was introduced to is Hal Jordan, because I watched the old Justice League cartoons and Justice Friends and all that. Yeah, that's all I've got about that.
Yeah, I can see this being just like a good comic to just kind of thumb through just for having fun. Because I can see it just being comedic almost.
It seems pretty silly.
Yeah. What do you think, Scorps?
I agree with Burley. It seems quite silly.
You get silly stories from time to time, though. Remember that whole Death of Captain America story? That was silly.
So silly.
Yeah, I do have the whole collection on my... Sorry about that. I have the whole collection on my shelf right now, so...
And anytime they do a death of any character comic line, it's silly because it's like, oh no, this character is dead and they'll never come back because they're dead. Like,
besides Uncle
motherfucker,
Bennett.
have you been paying attention to what happens in your universe? It's either a clone, they faked their death, they went into some other dimension, or they died and now they're going to come back because reasons. Every time.
Even Uncle Ben's come back in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Peter's parents, no, they stayed dead.
Yep.
Poor Batman.
Poor Batman and Peter.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Let's see. Legend of Korra. Let's jump over to the next article. Legend of Korra graphic novel has been confirmed. No release date as of yet, but it sounds... I mean, they made a few graphic novels for Last Airbender, so why not?
Oh, yeah. And those were great.
Yeah, I only have one. Scorps, you have 3, I believe.
Yeah, he's read all of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've read every one that they've released for Last Airbender, and they've done a good job with that. And I'm looking forward to reading the next one.
It's hopefully this will be really good. I mean, I don't see why not. Why it wouldn't be. So, yeah, looking forward to it. We'll keep you updated if they give a release date. So let's go ahead and move on to TV/wrestling news.
I don't think we have any wrestling news this week, though.
Got a little bit of wrestling news. Not just like maybe one or two articles.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So
I can't believe I forgot.
So just now breaking pretty much, like I found this out like an hour before we started recording the podcast. Iron Fist will be released March 17th of next year. There was like a trailer release. There was like a little small teaser trailer release for it, and had like at the bottom of it, releasing spring of next year, which they came out and confirmed March 17th.
Very nice.
Yep. So,
I'm excited that we're getting Iron Fist this early. I wonder if Luke Cage is going to pop up in this at all.
although there was a bit of news involving the actor who played Luke Cage. He says after Defenders, he wants season 2 of Luke Cage to be a team up season.
Yeah.
So he wants to team up with either Jessica Jones or Iron Fist for season 2. I'm like, as soon as I read that, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I hope you get your dream too, buddy, because I want to see that.
My culture was pretty damn good in this show, so we'll give our thoughts next week on it, because might touch up on some spoilers. So just come back next week for our full thoughts on Luke Cage.
I'm just gonna say he was great in Halo 5 as Spartan Locke, and he was great in this.
I feel like he's done other things too, but I can't remember what.
Probably, but I think those are the most big recent things that he's done.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. So going over to CW for a second. Let's see. The photos for the Justice Society of America have popped up, and they're going to be appearing on Legends of Tomorrow. But yeah, they got some photos of some of the characters. Like I looked at them. Liberty Girl is going to be looks pretty good, and I think I saw Dr. Fate. I'm not sure.
Oh, Dr. Fate, that's cool.
Yeah, well, we should have looked at them before we started recording.
Yeah,
my bad.
Well, we'll post the pictures in the description like we always do.
Yeah. So yeah, Scorps, have you watched any Legends of Tomorrow?
No, I've not seen any of that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we're catching them up on The Flash now.
Yeah, you guys were 4 episodes into season 2 last night.
Yep.
So, let's see. So I didn't organize this very well, did I? Shit.
Whatever.
Oh well. So jumping back over to Netflix, Punisher series has started filming this past week. So yeah, we're getting that pretty quickly too.
I'm super excited. My favorite thing about the last season of Daredevil, not going to get into spoilers, everything was great in it, but I was the most happy when Punisher was on the screen. I was super happy with, I can't remember
John
his
Barenthal.
name. Thank you, John Barenthal. Did a fantastic job. He killed it. I knew he was going to do a great job whenever I heard about the casting, and he did it.
Yep.
It was great.
You could say he blew the performance away.
Why would you say that?
Because
did he perform fellatio to get the role?
Never mind. All right, Scorps, what do you think?
Well, I'm excited for that. My favorite part of Daredevil was Daredevil's and Punisher's interactions and fights and all that.
You could make like a good couple episodes just them arguing on. I would watch the shit out of that if it was just them talking on the roof for a couple hours.
Yeah,
that was a great part of the series. Yep. So continuing on with Netflix, those of you who watch this, I imagine there was a lot of you. Voltron Legendary Defender Season 2 got a trailer release this past week.
Yep. If you haven't watched Voltron Legendary Defenders, Legendary Defender, go watch it. It's fantastic. It's made by the people who made Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, and it's, I believe,
it is great.
produced by, or not produced, but DreamWorks has something to do with it in there somewhere. That's
Really?
all I know for sure. Yeah,
Really?
it's a DreamWorks show.
I did not know that.
Yep, we're gonna have to watch it after you finish Luke Cage.
Yeah, I'm on the last episode.
It's a pretty short series, so it's not going to be a lot to watch. But hopefully season 2 will be longer.
Mm.
Or at the very least, just as good. Because I am super hyped for season 2. And I know Scorps is too.
I'll definitely give it a shot, or give it a look at some point. But yeah, so before we continue on with the show, Snowballs told me to remind everybody about the contest we started last episode.
Yeah.
Which there's so many views for that episode, all 2 of them.
There's 2 views for that episode.
Yeah, it was a bit long and drawn out for some reason. It lasts like 50 minutes.
I thought we did pretty good with the last podcast. That's disappointing.
It was good. Our dialogue was good. I think just the length of it was a bit more of a scaring away factor.
How long was it?
51 minutes. Not much longer than a normal
it's not
podcast.
much longer than it normally is. But
I do
remind
know
them of the contest while we're on it.
Let's see, what was it?
If you can name every ship that we have on our picture for...
Logo.
Yeah, on our logo for Geekalypse Now, you will get a prize.
A physical prize, like an
prize,
Amazon gift card, Starbucks.
No.
Pretty sure that's what he said last
Very
time.
specifically, he said he will get in contact with you, find out what kind of thing or what kind of like things you're into, and then send you a related gift.
Right. It's like if you're big on Doctor Who, send you like a sonic screwdriver or pen or something.
Well, let's not get specific with shit, because then people will be like, oh, well, he didn't give me the thing that they specifically said on the podcast. Now I'm mad.
Well, I mean, I'm giving examples.
I know.
Yeah, so.
That was an example.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell him specifically to never give you a sonic screwdriver. Don't get your hopes up. And then he's going to get you a sonic screwdriver, probably, knowing him. Tell me what to do.
You want to take this next article, then? You know a little bit more about it than I do.
Oh, yeah. The CW has released a second Superhero Fight Club video, and it is fantastic. They did one last year whenever they had Legends of Tomorrow and the Flash going, and it was pretty good. This year they added Supergirl to it, of course, because they're getting Supergirl. Let's see. They added some villains to it too. So go see that. I don't want to get too much into it, but there's some heroes and some villains in Superhero Fight Club video.
Okay.
And some funny Cisco moments, because Cisco's great.
I'm super looking forward to season 3 of Flash.
Oh yeah.
It comes out. Actually, it came out this week. Forgot. We were looking at your DVR last night, and it's all Flash. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep. So that's already releasing.
There was no Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week, though, which is really weird.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed by that. Apparently, they're taking a 2-week break for all of you who want to be on the loop on that. For those of you watching who watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, so. Alright, then. Going on to a little bit of wrestling news. I think that's the only one I got. Let me look. Make sure.
I believe that's the only piece.
Oh, no.
No, we have 2.
Yeah, a little bit of 2. Last one's not too much.
A little bit of 2.
But Alberto, he's known as El Patron, I believe.
Alberto El Patron.
Yeah, that's how it's pronounced now. It's Del Rio.
Yeah.
Same wrestler. Yeah, he reveals he no-showed a AAA show after receiving multiple lacerations on his arm because he was assaulted with a knife outside a restaurant. He got stabbed.
Yeah, or slashed.
Slashed, yeah.
Stabbed or slashed. It doesn't really matter. Some fucker attacked him with a knife.
Yeah, so.
And I'll admit, never that big of an Alberto Del Rio fan at all. But don't fucking stab him. Jesus, people.
come at him with a knife, you know.
Well, they didn't come at him. They got him.
Oh, well, yeah. But still, they did come at him, because you gotta come at someone first before you...
I hope he kicked their shit in.
Probably broke their arm.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I always imagine whenever a wrestler, like, gets confronted outside the shows like they do... It kind of reminds me of the WrestleMania 19 story mode where you attack workers and use wrestling moves outside. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, but Alberto Del Rio getting attacked is not hilarious. So, wish him a speedy recovery. You know, hopefully Hopefully the knife didn't go too deep.
Yeah. I hope you heal up quick, buddy. That's shitty.
Yeah.
I also hope you kicked their shit in for that, because that's shitty.
Jarek, you want to get this, or Burley, you want to get this next one?
Yes, I absolutely do. Rob Van Dam says he wants to come back to the WWE.
Yeah, he released a tweet saying that I just go with the flow and everything. So,
yeah.
Like, well, it's RVD, you know.
Yeah.
I was watching an episode of a 2002 episode of Raw the other day on the WWE Network, and in a shoot promo, he said it's like no one gets higher than RVD.
That's great.
I just had to stop for a minute and just laugh for a good solid minute.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So good.
So that's about it for TV and wrestling news.
Yep.
Alright, Scorps, you want to start us off for the movies?
Ben Affleck has announced the title of the solo Batman movie, and its title is The Batman.
Very creative. I like what you're doing there, Batfleck.
Yeah. So he also gave his reasons for choosing Deathstroke as a villain, saying he's a great villain. He just had an instinctive feeling that he would match up with him well, and he was a big admirer of the character as well, especially in the New 52.
Yeah, apparently he's a big fan of how they did Deathstroke in the New 52.
He figured it could work. So
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. So I don't think he got any shit for posting or casting Deathstroke for his movie.
Someone gave him shit.
Yeah.
Someone, no matter what you post online, someone's gonna give you shit for it.
That reminds me, This is completely off topic, by the way, but we're 27 minutes into this podcast. It's not going to be very long. So this.
Well, we're on a skeleton crew right now. There's only 3 people to discuss everything that's going on in the news.
Yeah, and plus it wasn't. There's some decent, interesting news. Anyway, I learned this. Some woman complained about a Halloween display, saying it's overly aggressive or something. It's supposed to be a thing that looks into your window or something. That's supposed to be creepy, and a woman complained about that.
I mean, if someone's like going to your house and putting it on your damn window, then
it's fuck. I can't remember exactly what the article was about. Let's see.
She was complaining because it was like a skeleton peeking through a window.
Yeah,
that you put on your window and it'll be peeking through the window.
It encouraged like harassment and peeping and all that. Like, no, well, it's just a Halloween display.
That's something you put on the inside of your house, so there's a skeleton staring out at people and being all spooky.
Yeah,
Jesus, people.
Well, it was just one person complaining about it, and so
they had to pull it because
Home Depot removed it completely from their stores nationwide because
that's
one
so
person.
Stupid.
I know.
That's so stupid. I'm gonna go to Home Depot and find something randomly stupid to complain about. See how far Home Depot will let themselves get bullied like idiots before they realize you can't make everyone happy. Someone's gonna be offended by fucking anything.
Yeah. So
you need to get rid of these nails because I'm Catholic and Jesus was hung on the cross with nails. So I'm really triggered right now. You need to get these out of your store, please.
Jesus. Literally. Okay. So, let's continue on with the show. Scorps, you got this next one. You're the biggest Wolverine fan in the chat.
Yep. Wolverine 3 gets a release date of March 3rd of next year.
Yep. I should have added something at the end of that statement saying more like the only Wolverine fan in this chat.
I like Wolverine.
Kidding. I was joking, but yeah.
Apparently, from what I've heard, the Wolverine movie, or the third Wolverine movie, will be following somewhat the Old Man Logan storyline. That's what's in the rumor mill, at least.
There was a discussion thing I saw about Liev Schreiber, some people were discussing how they want him to come back as Sabretooth for this third movie,
neat,
which,
I guess.
Yeah, I could see it. He was good.
Yeah, he did pretty good. I liked him.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know Xavier's supposedly gonna have a role in this movie too.
Which Xavier?
More than likely to be Stewart.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm happy with either. I was gonna say hopefully Patrick Stewart, but I almost like. Oh no, I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names. The young Professor Xavier, almost as much as I like Patrick Stewart. I don't think I'll ever like anyone as
James McAvoy.
Yeah,
that's his name. That's the
probably
name for Magneto.
I'm just gonna say yes because I want to be agreeable.
Yeah, pretty sure it's James McAvoy. Yeah, it is.
I like Patrick Stewart a little better, but I don't think I can do anything about that. I don't know if he can either. Just Patrick Stewart is so great for Professor Xavier.
So let's continue on with some news. I'll take this one. Pirates 5, Dead Man Tell No Tales. The trailer was released over the weekend, and I was able to look at it. It looks cool, but the way the pirates or the villain characters are shown, it looks like they're kind of watery. Like the way the physics of their characters look when they're walking is very watery and CG. Like there's one character whose upper face is completely blown off. Like you only see his teeth, and everything above that is gone. So it looks fake as shit.
Like his bottom jaw?
Yeah, bottom jaw. Everything above his bottom jaw is gone.
It's just gone. That's pretty graphic.
Well, I don't think that it didn't show any blood or anything like that, but
right.
But it showed it just looked really, really fake.
Yeah, well, you'll have that when you have weird effects like that.
Yeah, like the effects for the pirates whenever there were skeletons in the first movie were amazing looking.
They were pretty good, yeah.
Especially for the time.
Well, if you watch it again, they do look fake as shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm completely aware I'm looking at CG.
True. What do you think, Scorps?
Still a good watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Funny enough, I
caught the trailer on TV, and I thought it was interesting. I can't wait to see it. I've been a fan of all of the pirate movies so far.
Yeah, I'll admit I've loved every Pirates movie, and it's like that's my movie guilty pleasure is Pirates because I feel like they're too damn campy for me to like, but I like them anyways.
My favorite one, honestly, I'm probably in a minority about this, but I think my favorite one is probably Dead Man's Chest, the second one.
It was a good one.
You might just be.
Yeah, a lot of people like the first one the best. I'm not sure very many people like the At World's End the best.
My favorite's probably the first one. Yeah.
It's kind of
the
funny.
Black Pearl is just great.
Well, it's kind of funny. At World's End is the only one I've actually seen in theaters, but how I was introduced to, or what got me to actually watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies was actually Kingdom Hearts 2, because there's a world in there where you actually go to Port Royal and fight alongside Jack Sparrow and all that.
I don't think I knew about that. I never really played Kingdom Hearts 2.
You play around as Sora and you play as Sora and you go around on a skateboard, roller skating over Port Royal.
Huh.
It was really weird. It's still pretty fun though. Yeah. So, all right. One last bit of news. All 8 Harry Potter movies are coming back to theaters for 1 week in preparation for the Fantastic Beasts movie.
Yep.
So, the way the article spun it, saying that Harry Potter returning to theaters, like, are you talking about the Cursed Child movie that's supposedly being made? But no, it's just this. Hello.
Whoa,
That was
Skype
loud.
message.
I'm not sure from who, but yeah. So I may go back and watch it. I'll rewatch it.
I don't know if I'm super into rewatching all the Harry Potter movies. Like in theaters. Just paying money to rewatch all of them in theaters.
I think it's only an IMAX thing actually.
Oh, well, then definitely not. That's too much money.
Yeah,
I'm
like
not dropping IMAX money on movies I've already seen.
Yeah.
That's something I'll do if I haven't seen the movie and I want to have the best possible first experience. I'll be like, okay, this is super hyped for me and it's going to be really actiony and awesome. I want to see it in IMAX. I think I've only seen 1 or 2 movies in IMAX though.
No, the last one you and I saw was the 3rd Hobbit movie.
Yeah, we saw the 3rd Hobbit movie, and I thought we saw a Marvel movie in IMAX.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I could have sworn we
It
saw...
wasn't Thor: The Dark World, was it?
No.
I think we saw it in regular theater.
Yeah, we saw that in regular with Matt, our buddy we had on here last week, Goblins.
Yeah.
I believe it was Winter Soldier.
No. We saw Winter Soldier in the regular theater.
Regular 3D?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Either
way, that's probably still my favorite Marvel movie is
Winter Soldier. Not
Winter
Civil
Soldier.
War?
It was so good. Nope.
Not Civil War? Oh, okay.
Nope.
I still teared up when I saw Civil War in certain parts. But yep. Going back to Harry Potter, I actually have a friend of mine at work who she's reading all the books for the first time, and she's part way through book 7 now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So I told her if she wanted to, she can borrow my Blu-rays. So, yeah, she's enjoying it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Scorps, you got anything you want to add?
About Harry Potter?
Hello?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Thought we lost you for a second.
Yeah. I was like, oh no.
Okay. So I guess that's the show. This will be the shortest one we've had. So,
Yeah, well, again, Skeleton Crew. But if you have watched this far, or, well, listened this far, please give us some feedback on how we're doing.
share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
No, just comment. Say what we're missing, what we need to do, if you like it, what you like about what we're already doing, that sort of thing. Because we're still pretty new to this. We've only been doing this for a couple months, and we want to get better at it. We want our show to get better, so you will enjoy it more, and more people will want to watch.
Yep. So until next week. Next week's format might be different. Like for this episode, we were wanting to segment into 3 different shows.
Yeah,
But since there was only 3 of us, we just kept it like normal.
Yeah, we've been kicking around the idea of breaking up the podcast into smaller pieces, and for each column of each type of news, like depending on how we find our news, we'll separate them to make sure all the episodes are about as long as each other.
Yep. So, till next week, I've been Caretaker.
I am also Caretaker.
Alright.
I too am caretaker.
So we have 3 caretakers. Good night.
Take it easy, everybody. Everybody.